DEA secretary, and are they simply celebrating the 1 year of GST, or there is reason for them to celebrate the 1 year of GST?
Ruchi's line got interrupted. I'll just take those flashes, and we have them right here. If we can just cull them out as to what the DEA Secretary Secy Garg has to say as we complete 1 year of GST implementation. And aside of GST, really he's talked about the macroeconomic picture right now. He's saying that currently inflation situation is not worrisome. And this is a big question mark on everyone's mind, given the kind of rupee depreciation that you've seen, that coupled with the kind of crude spike up that you've seen as to how it's going to burden the inflation for us. And then what is the RBI going to do? And are we looking at some series of rate hikes coming in by? How is it that RBI is going to control inflation? So that bit he has, really sort of soothed the unnerved nerves. He's saying currently inflation situation is not worrisome. He's saying he does not see the need to hike repo rates further. So that also is a big clarification coming in. And on the rupee volatility, he's saying that it's not as sharp as seen in other currencies. So he's only giving you a very relative basis. He's not really commenting on the currency, but he's comparing it, I guess, with the other emerging market currencies and how they've panned out. And he's saying currently, they do not need to use any special tools to boost the forex reserves. In fact, Ruchi is here, so let's quickly take it across to her and try and understand what more does the DEA secretary have to say. And Ruchi, I must say, very important clarifications and very well timed. Just when you were, really worried about what's going to happen with inflation, with regards to the rupee depreciation, what is the RBI going to do at a time when crude is spiraling up, and this clarification was much needed.
Absolutely. As you very rightly pointed out, Aisha, this clarification was much needed. Remember, rupee was at an all-time low yesterday, plunging past the 69 mark, with respect to the dollar. And this is mainly on account of what's happening on the oil front and also with respect to the trade wars. Remember, the rupee has lost close to 8% this year. It is one of the worst performing currencies. But as far as the Indian government goes, they are not too worried as far as, the way rupee is moving. They believe that, right now is, we're somewhat in a decent space right now. We do not need any special measures in a bid to defend rupee right now. The RBI has enough forex reserves, and they're assessing if at any stage, if there is a need to buttress or refurbish the reserves, then the government believes and they will see what are the options available, whether they will look at the FC, NRB bonds or the sovereign bonds or any other, situation like that. But such a space, we are not at that level so far. Since despite all the criticism that has been coming in from the opposition, the government believes that in terms of the rupee, we are in a safe space. Also, another important clarification coming in from the DEA secretary, and that is on how India is going to respond to, the current sanctions that US has imposed on Iran. They believe that, in terms of, India will work according to its own needs. There is no need to worry with respect to how oil prices are moving, and especially the current sanctions with respect to Iran. Also, the Indian government believes that so far there is no need for the central bank to hike interest rates because the current inflation situation is not worrisome. Even though there are concerns on crude, there are concerns on rupee, but the RBI should hold its fire, should hold its stance, should not look at hiking rates any time soon. And this as you rightly pointed out, this commentary, these very important lines coming in from the DEA secretary at a time when rupee has touched a 58-month low yesterday against the dollar.
Okay.
Okay, Ruchi, we'll leave it at that.